Oh, sorry. Spilled that on you. My bad. Okay, what I've just showed you there is every Maya night TikTok. All right? I just wanted to show you guys that, just in case you thought it was difficult, what she does. She hacked it. That was her. That was absolutely her. I'm live on TikTok, by the way, too, guys. So if you, I forget the Babas. Is it Babas or Babas? Babas? I don't know how she's saying all that. So if you are live on TikTok, I likely will look at your comments here. I'll try my best. But I'm live on YouTube. So if you want me to see your comment, likely go over to YouTube and I've got your comments popping up. But yeah, we're talking about Maya night tonight, just because holy craziness happened on my Facebook group. I don't even go on my Facebook like everybody else. Like I don't even go there. And so imagine my surprise when the friggin' Facebook group blew up huge, and I'll show you here in a second. I don't know who that is. Sorry, guys. I'm sorry if I'm distracted back before my phone is right here. So, but basically the Facebook thing went bananas. Like it went crazy. So I'm going to show you guys that. We're going to read some of the comments. We're going to go through this because it's scarier than you and everybody thinks. This isn't just like a, this isn't just like a, hey, I'm making fun of somebody for some reason because you think I want likes. I get more hate when I cover Maya Night than any other person I've ever covered in my life. Okay? Like it's a net negative for me to keep covering this. But because of the way that this is happening, because this is going on like this, and I got death threats today and like crazy comments. I've never seen anything like this. People are like, they wanted me to be doxxed. They want to come hurt me and all this kind of stuff. They're talking about my kids. It is nuts. Maya Nights, I've never seen anything like this. So her cult comes after you. It's crazy. Like it's not even, I mean, her fans are generally, mothers, young mothers who are all terrible themselves. And so they flock to her because they want to know it's okay with what they're doing is okay. So, so if you guys on TikTok want to come talk, head over to the YouTube channel, Dad Challenge Podcast, and it's going live there now. And then you can possibly, get your comment in here, but we're staying respectful, everybody. Okay. If you're going to come in here and start being, oh, is my sound low? Sorry. If you're going to come in here and be a dingleberry, you will not be able to stay. So my mods know, like, if you have a good question, if you have a response to what I'm bringing here, I'm happy to talk to you guys about it. Absolutely. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you guys will prove me wrong that the exploitation of children is okay. And maybe you've got an explanation as to why it's okay. I'm happy to hear it. But if you're going to come in here and be a dingleberry, a dickweed, a douche blob, you will leave. Okay. You're not welcome here if you're going to be that way. Yeah. The babies are modeling for Gap now. That's a big one. Is her kid named Pilot? I thought it was, damn it. I thought it was something else. Scout and Violet. Is it Pilot? And yes, I think she did name her children after that video game thing. So, and I could be wrong. So you guys come correct me. I know there's a lot of stands that know everything about these children. And I need you guys to know that it is really, really weird that you know that much about somebody else's kids. So when people come at me, right, and they're like, you don't know anything. Yeah, because I don't watch it. Why would I watch it? And I don't know anything because I don't watch it. And I don't want to watch it. I don't want to know about kids, other people's children. I don't want to know about them. And the fact that people know so much about Scout and Violet, okay, or Scotch and vodka, whatever you want to call them, okay? Is it really that quiet, guys? I'm sorry. How about, is that it says it's clipping. I don't want it to be clipping. So just turn your volume up. Look, if you guys know so much about these kids, that's the problem, everybody. That's the problem. There's no reason for adults on the internet to know anything about other people's children to the levels that you do. No, sorry, TikTokers. I hope I don't know how to get mods on TikTok, so I don't know. Let them come in. That's fine. Okay. Okay. So I want to show you guys and see if I can get this post up, because I'm actually blocked from posting on my Facebook, and not for any Maia night reason. I actually was in I'm in a part I'm in a Facebook group about food in my region, and it's the best Facebook group I've ever seen. And the only thing I ever go on Facebook is my account, so I can see my pictures of my kids and things I've posted over the years. And this group, all they do is talk about food, and it's amazing. But there's this place near me that sells these cream buns, and they're the most delicious thing you'll ever eat in your life, made by Mennonites. Okay, they are the literal most amazing, disgusting thing ever. Like, they're bad for you, but they're so good. So I basically said I would kill a man for one of these buns, and Facebook blocked me for 23 hours from commenting. So I can't even comment on my own post, but I want to show you guys what's going on with this post. I've never seen anything like this, to be honest with you guys. It is insane. Okay, see if I can get it up for you. Anyway, TikTokers, if you want to know what's going on, head over to YouTube. That's where I am right now, so. Sorry, I'm just reading here and here and here. TikTok chat, but can't do anything. Here, Margaret or somebody, you guys, Coco, why don't you guys comment? Maybe I can make you guys a mod over here. I don't know. Don't know. Oh, here. How do you make her mod? I don't know. I don't know. Ah, there you go. Now, Coco, you're a mod over on TikTok. Okay. Anyway, sorry about that, everybody. So I got a lot of hate in your comment section for saying it's sad if a kid grows up remembering mom smelled like alcohol. Yeah, that's one thing. It's very triggering. A lot of this stuff of my night comes down to the alcoholism and everything else. And she might not be, she might be. But what my whole argument with Maia is the exploitation of children, right? And one of the things that she does is she does videos like this where you can mash up an entire thing of what she's doing, and that's going to be out there for the kids. I find it hilarious too that, and maybe we'll read some of the comments on the video, but I find it hilarious that people, and I'll show you the video here quickly if I can get it up here. Sorry, I keep getting distracted. Okay, I want to show you this. Okay, this is the back end of my Facebook group that I never ever go in. Okay, so if anybody on TikTok, you want to see what's going on, head over to the Dad Challenge podcast on YouTube. I'm live over there right now. Yeah, so basically, if you see this, the people reached in this post, 1.24 million people were reached in this post. Post engagements, 301,000. Page likes, I don't know. I don't even know how many likes I have on this page. I literally do not remember the last time I went on my Facebook page. I'm not even kidding. I don't read the comments, nothing. So I just want you to see that. I don't know what's going on Facebook. I'm on the back end of my Facebook right now. The babies have a father. He left. Okay, but she's exploiting them and making money off his kids. Well, they're both their kids, but yeah, I hear what you're saying. And we don't know anything but the father. I think that's on purpose. I think it's probably different than a lot of people think. I don't think this, I don't know. Well, I guess maybe one day we'll find out, because Maia's going to be very, very wealthy soon, if not already. And this guy's going to come out of the woodwork probably. So again, you guys, anybody who loves Maia, you can stay in the chat all you want. You can ask all the questions you want. As soon as you start saying stupid words like misogyny and all this garbage, you're gone. I'm not going to put up with it. So I want to have a good conversation with people who are her fans, and you know, I want to hear your arguments, and I want to only adults allowed, basically, unless you're a smart teenager and you got something to say. So anyway, I wanted to show you this post reach. So here's the post itself, okay?
Like, I don't understand it.
If you can see that. So she says,
like, I just don't understand why people think that, like, I'm a neglectful mother. Like, I don't understand it.
oh my gosh. So
that I leave the babies in the car.
You didn't see that. Said mom decided to have 4 White Claws instead of 3, and she looked like she was 2 feet in the grave.
When I'm at work, and people obviously had a huge fit about that.
I'll answer this question,
I'm at
Julia.
work right now. It takes me about half an hour to do what I need to.
Okay, anyway, you guys have seen the video. I didn't even make the video, which I find hilarious. Okay? It's got that video on Facebook, guys. I've never seen anything that has 1 million views. It has 1 million views. The other video on my entire channel, the highest video I ever have is the Micah Stauffer video, and it has 700,000 views. This video I dropped, I don't know, a couple days ago, and it has 1 million views. Okay? Yeah, we'll get to all this stuff in a second. Anybody on TikTok, if you want to head over to the Dad Challenge podcast, that's where I'm seeing the comments and I'm posting comments. But I need to show you guys this for a second. I want to see if I can get back to it. And I want to show you the shares. This is important. So I want to show you the people that have shared it, because there's comments and stuff inside the shares that are hilarious. Yeah, Aunt Jillian definitely exploits the babies. But that one comment I just had up here is like, this is the one thing I get a lot of. So moms can't drink anymore. That's the thing that people are accusing me of. They're accusing me of saying that I don't think that moms should be allowed to drink. That's what they're saying. So I hope everybody's watching. You ready? Yes, you can drink. I have no problem with that. Where I have a problem is excessive drinking if you are the only parent to your children. That video is on Facebook that has 1 million views. It's insane. Okay? So there is nothing inherently wrong with enjoying a drink, right? If you can drink responsibly and, you could take care of your children and all that kind of stuff, absolutely go for it. But as Chronic Okla says here, alcoholic parenting is not good parenting. Now, I literally downloaded about 40 videos today just of her drinking. And I'm sure that there is more. I'm not saying that she's an alcoholic. I'm just saying when you are the only parent to parent your children, the only one at home that can be there for them in case of an emergency or something like that, and you are inebriated, you're doing it wrong. Can we agree? Hands up. Is everybody with me on that one? Even Maia Knights fans, can you be there with me that if you are inebriated around your children and you are the only one that can take care of your children, that it is wrong? Can we agree on that one at least? Or am I wrong about that? Yeah, we all agreed on that one? Oh, I'll be saving this for later. Yes. I'm hoping some of her fans will come in here and chat. I feel like White Claw and wine are 2 different intoxications. You know what? That might be a good point. I don't drink, so I don't know. I have heard that, hard liquor drunk is different than beer drunk. I don't know. I'm just saying any inebriation, whereas you have a hard time waking up because you're drunk or you've drank too much, is dangerous when you are the only person that takes care of your children. When you're the sole Ashley Rose says it, not when you're the sole caretaker of your child while drinking. You need to be level-headed in case of an emergency. Also, they've done studies. Drunk parents are more likely to be neglectful. Yes, we all know this. And Alyssa's right. I think this is right, but I don't drink. Alcohol is alcohol. And thank you, Julie. So, I want to just say that. That is the reason that I call her out for that. Okay? But that is not my main issue, or even like the major issue with Maia Knight, okay? The major issue with Maia Knight is the exploitation of her children. Okay? That's it. You don't even have to talk about the alcoholism or eating Cheerios off the floor in the bathroom with pubes in it. Okay, you don't even have to talk about that stuff, or putting your kid outside to be burnt in the sun and then putting them outside again. Okay, or leaving them in the car while you go to work. Okay, or bar hopping with them. You know, or making fun of them on camera and calling it jokes. It's prank, bro. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You don't have to talk about any of that stuff. The one thing that matters, and the one thing I do in this channel, is the exploitation of children online. And these kids have over 8 million people following them and standing them. Will go to bat for them, are obsessed with them. Okay? That is the danger that we're talking about here today. So I'm not advocating for someone to call CPS on it. I don't know why people think that's not going to help. Okay? I don't think that's going to help, because CPS doesn't even help kids who are getting murdered. So I don't rely on CPS for anything anyway. CPS is not going to do anything. It's dumb anyway. Okay? But what I'm saying here is that Maia Knight is indicative of a bigger problem. She just happens to be the hot topic right now. Okay? Yeah, and Alyssa's right. Her fans want to meet her children. There is a TikTok of one that met her kids at an airport. Right there. Forget the CP accounts that our kids have been found on. Right at that moment. If Maia Knight has ever been recognized in public, okay, at that moment as a parent, you stop. You stop. You're done. Okay? If you are approached at an airport and people know who you are, stop. Because what happens next is going to be worse and worse and worse. People follow her in real time all over the world, wherever she is. Yeah, the airport thing. It's crazy to me, okay? There's a Maia Knight sighting Facebook page. Is there really? Okay, well, I'll have to take a look at that. Stan stalkers are real. And again, I covered this story on my channel a little while ago. Ava Majuri, okay, or Majuri, or I forget how you pronounce her last name. This girl is a 14-year-old TikToker. She's got lots and lots of TikTok followers. She's basically a teenage thirst trap that her parents are cool with. It's disgusting. But Ava Majuri had one of her stans come to her house with a shotgun and blow the front door off of her house. Okay? That person was going in there to murder her, but his gun jammed. So he ran away. The dad went after him and tripped. And then the dad waited. The kid came back with the shotgun. The dad shot him and killed him. Okay? Look. What is Maia Knight going to do if somebody comes to her house? It has already happened multiple times. There have been TikTokers killed in movie theaters, killed at their own shows. There have been lots of famous people who have been targeted in many ways. Maia Knight gets drunk, I want to say 3 to 4 nights a week based on her own content. Okay? So what's going to happen one night if a crazy stan, right, or somebody who's been stalking them is going to one of these bars in her small town? Okay, we all know where she lives. She tells us. Okay, what's going to happen if she's getting drunk with her kids at a bar? People have made comments on Maia Knight's TikToks about where her kids sleep and she doesn't need both of them. And I know it's just jokes, okay? Yes, I can slow down the chat. Sorry, guys. Hold on. It's just jokes, right? It's always just jokes. But when you see thousands upon thousands upon thousands of mind-crazed stans who are like, where are you? It's been 14 hours. Where are you? It's been 22 hours. Where are you? I can't go on with my day without seeing your babies. Guys, I don't know what else I can say. When someone, even if one person says the thing that I can't go on with my day without your children, a joke or not, I'm sorry. And yes, Angie on TikTok says she doesn't set boundaries. She does not set boundaries. Putting your children in danger is no joke. Thank you, Christina. And what's scaring me is that, yeah, you guys, a lot of you here, I got 1,000 people in the chat, only 55 on TikTok. What's scaring me is that the thousands upon thousands of this comment, this string I'm going to show you, of the people who are willing to go to bat for her to say that it's fine. Okay? Emma and Ellie's family channel, a stalker showed up at the daughter's school. I have that video. I'm gonna dissect that as well. People are weird to idolize anybody. Actors, politicians, stop. The problem with the world is idolization has become normalized. And that is crazy. But the danger of the idolization of these types of people is that they're way more accessible. Meaning, you know where they live. She lives in a tiny house by herself. I'm sure she has some cameras up and everything, and I hope so. I hope she's taking care of her area. I hope she's got security or whatever the case may be. But what I do on this channel, regardless what you think and how I deliver it, okay? I might be mean to people. I might make fun of people. Yes. Those people that I make fun of, those people that I come after, are child exploiters. Should I repeat it for everybody in the back? What I do on this channel is I bring light to those who exploit their children. I make fun of them. I bring them down levels. And some people are like, well, why are you making fun of her bikini top? Because she exploits her children. Why are you making fun of her, whatever, nails? Because she exploits children. Why do you make fun of the, because she exploits children. Why do you make fun of the guy and all these dads? Because they exploit their children. Can I say it more? Do you guys need any more? I don't know what else I can say. It's crazy to me. The same garbage arguments I hear all the time in my comment section have been since oh, well, you use their kids for content too. I blur them out generally for the most part. So their likenesses are generally not in my videos. For 95% of the time, I try to do that. Unless it's a video where I need you to see them, okay? But I won't put their faces on if I can help it, okay? So no, I'm not. And again, if I'm exploiting because they're exploiting, then you agree with me that exploiting is wrong. So shut your pie holes. Okay. So, and it's just like the news, it's just like anything else. People like me and people like Sloan and other people who cover family vloggers bring this to your attention. And the only way we can bring it to your attention is by showing it to you. If you don't see it with your own eyes, it does not have the impact we would like to have. Impact matters. If it makes you crazy, that's the impact I'm looking for because it made me crazy. If it makes you angry, that's the impact I'm looking to have because it made me angry. If it makes you sad, if it makes you furious, that's the same impact I want you to have. That's why I show it to you guys. Okay? So yes, I make fun of people. And I'm never going to stop. But the people that I make fun of, are you all listening? Get your listening ears on, everybody. Are exploiting children. All right? Jackie Powell has a good point. Maia is getting too big too fast. I fear we're going to read about a stalker harming her and her babies. The issue with this is, and I've been saying it on this channel, right? The issue is that why are we waiting until something bad happens? Right? Why are we waiting until scotch and vodka or whatever and these kids get taken, murdered? Why do we have to wait? What I'm trying to tell you guys is that there should be no reason to wait. We see all of the signs right now in multiple ways. Okay? Why are we waiting? Yeah, Margaret says, if you feel nothing, you're a psychopath. Let me ask people, are there any fans of Maia in here right now? Anyone in TikTok here? TikTok world? Anybody is a fan of Maia right now? Can you guys tell me why you think it's okay for you to watch somebody else's kids like you think you're owed it? And not just that, why are you willing to go to bat for somebody who's exploiting their children like it's your right? Like you deserve to know about their children. No, Angie, she's not going to regret anything, right? Unless something bad happens to her children. Her children are going to regret having their entire lives pasted on the internet for money. In the end, I hope nothing ever happens to her children. I hope they do grow up healthy and happy. But we know from experience, and we know from firsthand accounts of other kids who grew up in the public eye, 19 kids and counting, the roll-offs. Is it 8 kids? I don't know, when John and Kate plus 8. We know from just that small group of people the dangers of doing this. Okay, these kids are not actors, everybody. They're is the difference between child actors and these kids that you see on TikTok and YouTube and stuff is that actors are acting. You don't know about their life. You don't know that they were sitting in their diaper for 2 hours, in a shitty diaper for 2 hours before their mom came and got them. You don't know their puberty. You don't know when they had their first period. You don't know when they had their first kiss. You don't know about their temper tantrums. They're an actor. They're playing a part. The issue with the kids on the internet is that they're not. You're seeing their life like through their window. That's insane. This has never been a thing, and it should never be a thing. It's about money. In the end, it's always about money. And here's another argument I get so much of. Maybe I'll show it to you in some of the comments I'm getting. It's somebody says it's comedy. She's being a comedian. Have you guys ever seen comedy? Look, I'm not saying I'm the funniest guy in the world, but have you ever watched comedy? And where on Maia Knight's page does she say that she's a comedian or that it's satire is the word that they say? Where on her page does she say that this is satire? Has she ever said in a video, this is satire, don't take it seriously? Is there a proclamation or some kind of thing at the beginning of her videos that say, don't take anything in this video seriously because it's satire? Is that listed anywhere? Exactly. The beginning of my video, I showed you her video. You ready? Where's the other baby? This is what she does. Here they are. Here's the babies. Hey, look, let me crack this. Let me make a butt. Here's the babies. Hey, I hate you babies. Funny jokes. Haha. And then she just does her thing. Okay, I'm sorry, everybody. That is not good content. It's not satire. It's not comedy. Maia Knight is maybe dry humored. Sure, I can give you that. But she knows exactly what she's doing. Nobody gets to 7-8 million followers without some kind of people. She already has a management company behind her. She has people in her ear telling her what to do, what to post, how to do, when to do it. Right? She sleeps. Miss Mama says she sleeps for hours. Sorry. She sleeps for hours while they're awake. Like she needs to be up with them. She doesn't even show them when she's playing with them or reading a book or playing at the park, right? She doesn't. Again, I'm not really here to comment on her mothering capabilities, okay? Again, I do it because I need to, because it brings attention to it. It's what gets your attention. I want to draw your attention to how shitty she is as a mom, because I want to let you all know that exploiting kids is wrong. I have 3 creepy babies, actually. There's 3 of them here. She never has said it's jokes. So, and I hope that you know that, because I've never watched all her content, but is there anywhere she says inside of her content, this is all a joke, everybody, laugh it up with me, right? Or is that just her fans looking for shit to give excuses for? Do we have someone in there? We have a supporter here in TikTok. If you're a supporter of Maia, head over to Dad Challenge Podcast on YouTube so we can see your comments. Again, I'm trying to have a respectful conversation with you. I want you to tell me what you think. Give me your reasoning, and then let's debunk it, or say you're right and maybe I'm wrong. This is right. Cassandra Reese says she's seemingly gotten more controversial on purpose for more views. Yes, absolutely. Of course. Did she not allow her toddlers to eat off of a motel bathroom, which is disgusting, by the way, even for the craziest parents. And then the next day she let them eat off the floor as to say, F you, I don't care what you say. Vlogging while your baby has a soiled diaper is not okay. That one really got me. And then what got me was the comments inside of the Reddit forum where we're saying that is a baby being conditioned to not cry out because that baby now knows that it doesn't matter if they cry out. TikTok is pushing her account so hard. I'm not subscribed and have clicked not interested, but she's still not verified, and that's got to mean something. I don't know if she ever will be. Maybe she will be, but it's crazy that someone has that many millions of followers is not verified. I hope that the government is starting to take moves, and I think you're going to see in the next 5 years that they're just not going to allow this anymore. They're going to have to say nope. And you know what's going to happen? It's because someone's going to get killed. Someone's going to get murdered or kidnapped. And then they're going to have to make changes because then they're going to start suing these platforms for allowing these kids on. Mom of 3 writes on TikTok, why can't you just focus on your own family? Okay. That's, again, stupid argument. Everybody's like, why don't you just go parent? I do parent my family, dumbasses. Stop saying stupid stuff. You dumbasses. Mom of 3 says she's a good mom. Mom of 3, no. You're lying. Good. I'm glad we have fans, but I just want you, do you have a better argument than she's a good mom and that I'm taking it out of context? Again, if you guys have not seen the video, watch the video. Everybody, there's been about 100 arguments about how I'm taking her out of context. Guys, I didn't say one word in that video. I didn't even make the video, okay? I didn't say one word in the video. All you saw were clips of Maia herself. How could I take that out of context? How could it be out of context? It's just her drinking, spilling booze on her kids, and drinking while drunk. I downloaded a video today where she said she likes screwdrivers in the morning or something like that. Just so you guys are aware, she pulled that drink out of the vehicle that they were sitting in that they left at the bar. So that was in the car. Okay? Yes, and people asking me like, don't you drink? No, guys, you know if you're on my channel, you know I don't drink, I don't do drugs, I never have, I never will. I've never touched it. Because of the trauma that it caused in my life as a young person. I will never touch alcohol. I will never touch it. It's never going to happen. Like I've had a tiny sip of a wine one day and I was like, this is gross. I'll take a tiny sip nothing. I will never ever touch it. And I don't think that makes me better than anybody. Okay. But it does allow me to see things that normal people who didn't struggle with that or go through that as a child, it allows me to see things you don't see. Right? Someone asked me, so I'm perfect. Yes. Yeah, I'm perfect. Okay. Again, if you don't have a cohesive argument, please don't be dumb. Appreciate that. Thanks. And if you're going to make separate accounts to come in here and troll, piss off into the sun. All right. Yeah, this is important. Kaysen writes, she's extremely passive to get back at haters, quote, but at the expense of her babies. So that's a really good point, Kaysen. So what she does is she makes these videos to piss people off because she knows it's going to make them angry. But who's the subject? She uses her babies to piss people off on the internet. Do you guys see a problem with that? Anybody see a problem with that? Nobody? Nobody sees a problem with that? Do you guys see a problem with that? That she uses her children to piss off other people. Those kids are so innocent, they don't know anything. They don't know they're being sworn at. Somebody get these little shitheads or whatever, Aunt Jillian or whatever her name is, get them in daycare. You know what I mean? I get that you guys think that's funny, and I call teenagers assholes all the time and stuff like that. But in the end, okay? In the end, like, these kids don't know that they are the butt of the joke. That sucks. So, it's Angie writes, so I go out for lunch with my son and have a beer. I'm a bad mom? Is that what you're saying? No, and I covered at the beginning, likely you're late. No, I don't think that if you have a drink, as long as you're not inebriated and can drive legally, you're fine. Okay? But can you honestly sit there and tell me that you think Maia has one drink every once in a blue moon? Be real with me, though. Do you honestly think that's the case? No, and I think thousands upon thousands upon thousands of people agree with me that we're seeing a pattern emerge with her videos, that the drink is the most important thing to her. With her own words like, we saw a bar, so of course we had to stop. And I know people are like, it's a joke. It's a joke. Guys, it's only, the overflow of your mouth, of the things that you say, even jokes, it's an overflow of what's actually inside of you. And it's me, Stormy says, she's literally treating a hangover with alcohol, with her babies on the countertop. cracking open bottles of wine with them there. Again, I'm making a mashup video of all of them. Okay, and I think what you're going to see as the pressure mounts to Maia Knight, you're going to see less and less drinking. She's going to keep it more secret, which, okay, good. Because if you think about it, she has influence over millions of people. And those millions of people, a lot of them could be young, and maybe some of them are pregnant. Maybe some of them are going to be pregnant someday and have kids. And they're going to think it's okay to do all these things. So... Marty says, maybe she's a good mom. She just shows the bad stuff. Maybe. But, I mean, if she shows that, what do you think that we're not being shown? Kate, Rick, I don't know see the interest either. I think at this point, it's people... It's a weird dichotomy. Because what you're doing is seeing people watch her because it's almost like they want to be part of the drama that Maia Knight's getting pushed back. But they watch it to say, like, look, I'm watching it because I shouldn't be. Right? Does that make sense? It's like, I want to watch it because I think that you hate it, so I want to watch it because you don't like it. Does that make sense? I don't know how else to say that. Also, the thing is that because she's a public figure now, she is open to these criticisms in these videos. Anybody on YouTube is open to these criticisms about these videos. Okay? And what the thing is that some of those people that create these relationships with these kids, these parasocial relationships, they think the same thing. People, honestly, in her comment section, think that they are owed these babies. They're owed to see them. They are entitled to see these kids every single day. And if she doesn't post, people get upset with her. Hundreds and thousands of comments. And I'm sorry, it's not jokes some of the time. Some of them, they're not jokes. Okay, so all that said, I wanted to bring up this one here. So this is people who shared this post, okay? And it's really interesting. See if you can see that better. I want to show you this. So people who share the post and then they'll say something like, men will do anything to drag a single mother, but not a deadbeat. They blame the women for that too. No. And until we know the story of this dad, okay? Until we know the story of the dad, I'm going to assume he's a deadbeat, okay? But everybody just assumes... I don't think dumb people are dumb on purpose, John. Okay, yeah. I'm just going to assume he's a deadbeat and he didn't want to be a part of the kids' lives, right? But hear me out. With Maia's fans being as crazy as they are, I'm getting death threats. Could you imagine what the baby's father thinks, and you know he knows what's going on, okay? Could you imagine how scared that guy likely is right now if he had a change of heart, if he had an epiphany one day and just said, man, I'm so dumb, I shouldn't have done that, I want to be in these kids' lives. Could you imagine the hate that this guy will receive? Look, I'm not saying he's good. I don't know him. Nobody does. Maia keeps him a secret more than anything else. She protects this guy more than she protects anything else, even her own privacy and her own alcohol problems. Okay? I think she's spoken about him in passing. I don't think we know who he is. A lot of people think it's a one-night stand. So maybe she doesn't even know. Yeah, I see this comment a lot. Worry about your own kids. Except you're here arguing about someone else's kids. Okay, so I wanted to keep reading. I just don't think... Okay, and I also want you guys to pay attention, really close attention. If you guys are on TikTok, you want to see what's going on, head over to the Dad Challenge podcast on YouTube if you want to see what we're talking about. But I want you to pay attention to the grammar and the way that people write. These diehard stands of Maia, I want you to pay attention to how they are. You're going to see a pattern emerge, and I want to see if you can pinpoint it, okay? I just don't think she has anyone to help out, and she doesn't know what to do. Stop being judgmental. She's trying, and she's drinking because it probably calms her. I'm not sure that's a good thing there, lady. Nope. I don't care if it calms you. Okay? Are you telling me that it's okay to become a functioning alcoholic because it calms you? Then that is a fan right there. That should scare the crap out of Maia. Yeah, AE writes this. If drinking is the only thing that calms you, then drinking becomes the problem. Also, if Maya's dad is or if the baby's dad is watching this, just so you know, you do have parental rights, and you can lobby TikTok to blur kids' faces if you have some kind of parental rights. I just found that out, actually. Okay, it says, someone writes, CPS gonna show her what's up, effing filthy lush, who can't go at GD day without a drink. I don't agree with that. And then Crystal Thomas, this is a standard argument. Okay, so everyone who drinks is a bad parent. And did I say that? Again, where have I ever said that people who drink are bad parents? This is the problem with her fans. It's all or nothing, right? Don't judge me because I want to do what I want to do. A lot of people will say, well, there's different ways to parent. Yeah, but one of those ways to parent, guys, is not being an alcoholic, okay? Not letting your kids eat food off of a motel bathroom floor. That's one way you shouldn't parent. One way you shouldn't parent is allow them to stew in their feces for hours and hours and hours while they babble away because you're too lazy to get out of bed. Sorry, I was a dad too of two newborns as well. I know how this game is played. Okay? Most moms and parents in these chats worth their salt would all say that that's absolutely ludicrous that you would stand up for that. Who in here is a mother? Okay, who's had a baby? Would you let your child stew and poop for hours and hours and hours because you just want to lay in bed with a hangover? That's a good point. Danny Girl writes, a baby should never smell like alcohol. Amen. I have 4 kids, 2 are adopted. Her fans, here's the thing. Her fans say she shows the drinking to troll people. But, again, exactly. But who wants a reputation like that? Are you trolling people by saying, I'm an alcoholic? Haha, you've been trolled. No, you make yourself look stupid. That's the problem. You make yourself look like a negligent mother. Why do you want to look like a negligent mother to troll strangers on the internet? Okay. Someone says, I know they aren't coming for my girl like that. Okay. Get me with my baby. I don't know what that means. I guess that makes the both of us because, okay. Leave Scotch and Vodka's mom alone. Can we stop with Scotch and Vodka? For the love of God. Can that joke please die and wither away into oblivion? Please. Come on. At some point, even Maya's got to be like, oh my gosh, stop it. And that's the thing, Mama of 3 writes, she doesn't do it to troll. That's the dumbest thing. We know she doesn't. She does troll. Though she's never admitted it, but she does. But at the same time, it's almost like her way of saying, I'm going to do this, but you guys think it's a joke, so I can continue to do the thing I want to do. Yeah, and Maya Moldy Pan says, Maya's Moldy Pan. I assume that's a joke about her having a moldy pan. She also made the joke that she's an alcoholic in vid today. Yeah, let's not joke about being an alcoholic. Can we also say that that's not cool? Can we put our hand up if we think that's not cool? There are people who actually struggle with it, and I think she does struggle with it. And it's like, literally, love her. If she was out drinking, it'll be a whole different problem. If you know her, you know she's always with them twins. Right. Okay. With the twins drinking. Bars and bar hopping. Sorry. Guys, the amount of videos I downloaded today of her just drinking is going to piss you off. When I compile the mashup, I don't... And again, stop saying things like you're taking it out of context. If I'm showing you just compiled videos of things that she's already showed you, can you explain to me how that's out of context? Please, anybody have something there? How it's out of context if it's just her videos that I'm showing you? No, I didn't download all her videos. I downloaded all the videos of her drinking, which was, yeah, quite a bit, actually. I actually pay somebody to do some research for me because I don't have time. Again, protective service is a thing everywhere, but protective services like CPS is garbage, and I don't think it's going to help in this situation. I don't think Maya Knight is to a point where she needs to lose her children. I think Maya Knight just needs to take her kids off YouTube and start being a good mom. Again, my main issue with Maya Knight, everybody, is not even the drinking and the negligent parenting. It's the exploitation. That's it. That's the big one for me. I can deal with all the other stuff, right? I guarantee you, though, one point in the near future, with her becoming more famous, and cops knowing who she is, whatever, she's going to be pulled over eventually and get a DUI. Even if she thinks she can drive because she's not that drunk, she has a high tolerance. I showed you guys the law, and I showed you the website that shows you that even if you have a high tolerance, that's actually more dangerous because you could still be driving over the legal limit even though you don't feel drunk. And Maya Knight drinks so much that she probably has a high tolerance. But if she were ever to be pulled over for whatever reason and pulled a breathalyzer, then her kids might get taken away because then she'd be doing a DUI. So that's the scary thing. Yeah, Ali Ray says, if you're defending the babies being on CP sites, you started the problem. That's another big thing that with this story is that as soon as you know that your child is on a site like that, are you seriously going to continue to keep them on the internet? Okay? Again, we'll go back to the beginning of this video. As soon as someone approaches you at the airport and knows your children, get your kids off the internet. Get your kids off the internet. When your kids are recognized in public, they are targets. The end. And maybe I need to get an FBI agent or whatever on here to tell you guys because you don't want to hear it from me because I'm a misogynist. Okay? But I promise you, you're already a target. If someone recognizes you and there's a Facebook group sightings of you, okay, it's already too late. If drinking is your entire persona, you have a problem. And it is her entire persona. Maya Knight's entire videos are this. Her making bottles and often miscounting how much shit she puts in those bottles. Okay? Holding her babies up to the camera for you to see. Going up her shitty stairs. Okay? And then drinking with her Auntie Jillian. I honestly believe that Aunt Jillian, or whatever her name is, okay, is pushing Maya to do these other crazy things. And I think Aunt Jillian is going to be the downfall of Maya. She is the one that, how do you say this? She eggs her on. She's the one that's do it. Who cares about them? She is, she's crazy. And she exploits those children who aren't even hers on her channel. And Maya lets her do it. Jillian is a big part of the problem. And yeah, see, here's an argument. If you're not going to have a real argument, you sound like a fan. Do I sound like a fan? Is that what a fan sounds like? Okay. You're dumb and you should feel bad. If you're going to come in with arguments that are stupid, I'm going to say that you're stupid. Is that cool? We cool with that? You good with that? Yeah? TikTokers? Cool. Jillian is not a nobody though, Angie. She's not a nobody. She's growing her channel off the back of those children too. Madeline, thank you. Crazy how you have to explain drinking while being the only caretaker of 2 toddlers is wrong. I can hardly chase after my 1 toddler and I don't drink. Yeah, exactly. And we have so much proof of Maya Knight being inebriated and still being the sole caretaker of her children. That one video where she literally looks like she got hit with a sledgehammer and she's laying down with her kids and she's drinking more to, the hair of the dog type of thing. That right there, again, I do not advocate for CPS. But if CPS gets a hold of that stuff, that's only going to count against her if this ever does escalate. Let's say one of her kids, she gets too drunk one day and something really happens and CPS does have to step in. There's so much proof online of her negligence that's only going to count against her. Even if she's trolling or it's satire. You think CPS is going to say, oh, it's satire. All good. Come on, guys. Let's be real. Let's be adults here. Okay, let's put our thinking caps on, listening ears on, and stop being so stupid. If you love Maya Knight, okay, if you love her and you love her children and you stand her, all the things that she's doing is going to count against her if anything ever happens. Sorry, let's continue on the old comments. Boo-hoo, you gotta live a little. Don't make her a bad mother. Well, again, I want you guys to pay attention to the grammar and spelling of these people. All right? And if Maia creates an Instagram account for these two kids, oh my gosh, Lord help us all. So if you are a mother, Jess Holbrook here, and you are saying, live a little, does that mean that your kids should suffer because you want to live more? Again, what I'm telling you is that Maya Knight's fans, the ones that go to bat for her, are like her and don't want to be told that they are bad, right? So they see Maya Knight being called out for this behavior. They see the same behavior that they're exhibiting. And Lou says that, well, you're saying I'm a bad mother. Well, if you do that, then yes, you are. So they don't want to be called that. So by proxy, they are her, right? And they'll go to bat for her because they're going to bat for themselves. That's a good question. Ali Rayleigh says, you don't think when they grow up, knowing that their mom let them be on CP sites, they won't suffer? You don't think these kids are going to get older and say, Mom, you knew that we were on these crazy, creepy sites and you didn't do anything about that? Come on. These kids are going to grow up someday, everybody. Okay? And they're going to have these traumas. And they're going to go to school. And they're going to be in relationships. And everybody's going to be able to Google the moment they were born if Maia keeps this up for the rest of their lives. They're going to know everything. There's millions of people that know these babies' names, know their birthdays, know their birthmarks, know what they eat on a regular basis, know everything, and they know where they sleep. They know where they visit. They know what bars they go to. There are millions of people who know so many things about these babies, and nobody seems to have a problem with that? Okay. Yeah, we can discuss the, she leaves her kids in the car while she goes to work and everybody's like, oh, it's not a big deal. She's right there. Raise your hand if you're a mother and you've left your kids in the car while you went to work. I don't care how far away you are. Raise your hand. Yeah? Have you done it? If you've done that, you're a bad mom. Cool? We agreement there? If you've done that, you're terrible. That's just pure laziness. If you're so lazy you can't pull your kids out of the car because you don't want them walking around while you work, while you have parents that are willing to help you, okay, or just hiring. Guys, don't forget, Maia is wealthy. She's rich, guys. She's made hundreds of thousands of dollars in the past couple of months. Hundreds of thousands. She's rich. She could literally hire a full-time nanny. But she still does that. If you say it's okay to leave your kid in a car, we can't be friends, and I think that you're dumb. And I'm not sorry. Cool? All right, cool. If you let your kids eat off a motel bathtub, I think that you have problems. Okay. All right. Yeah. She doesn't need a designated driver. She needs a designated mom. She needs a designated nanny in her house is what she needs. She needs someone who doesn't drink around her kids, taking care of her kids. Okay. They're doing her wrong, they say. She's a great mother. Who would even make this video? Oh, these people. And they all seem to look similar. This is so dumb. I watch her TikToks. She's a good mama. Single mom of twins, and they're smart little babies. And then they're wrong. A few claws ain't shit. Again, if you say something like a few claws ain't shit, I don't want to listen to you. And I think that you are probably just as bad or worse. Cool? We're good? I'm just making sure we're all on the same page. That's why I'm recapping this for you guys. Okay. Keep reading comments. I love this girl. Y'all tripping. At least she taking care of scotch and vodka. Y'all tripping. I think they're meaning that we and others, we're tripping. We're tripping. Thanks, Kimberly. Appreciate that. All right, here's a comment I get a lot too. Why do you all feel people supposed to stop their life because they got kids? Everybody raised their kids different. I need you guys to read this with me. Let's read it together, okay? If you're on TikTok, head over to YouTube, Dad Challenge Podcast. Why do y'all feel people supposed to stop their life because they got kids? Everybody raised their kids different. Maybe she don't trust a babysitter, so she go and turn up with her baby right there. I think turn up with her baby means she's getting drunk. But make sure she clear-minded enough to do what she got to do when it's needed. ATP, y'all. Just need to focus on y'all selves and what the F y'all doing for y'all own kids. This is a My Night fan. Anyways, finna go watch some scotch and vodka. Right. You guys, keep it classy. Imagine these are your fans. Thank God I have intelligent fans and followers that come out here and have great conversations. Imagine these are the people going to bat for you. I would not want people like this going to bat for me. Okay, we have intelligent arguments here in the Dad Challenge podcast. One of them being that exploitation of children is wrong, and if you have an argument, I'm happy to hear it. That it's if you have an argument for why it's okay to exploit children online, I'm happy to hear it. I to this day haven't heard one that even comes close to being like, oh, I haven't even been given pause to be like, oh, I didn't think of that. Not once. So where are my kids, Earth Angel? They're in bed. It's 10 o'clock. Normalize not being an alcoholic around your kids. Can we do that? All right. Margarita is a good mom, and vodka and scotch love them. Right on. Right on, people. I literally love her so much. There's absolutely nothing wrong with how she's raising the babies. And she spelled babies, B-A-B-Y, apostrophe S. By MFS, which is mother effers, think once you become a mom, you can't have a drink around your kids. No. Can you guys stop with this argument? Can we put this to bed, please, right now? Please? We are not saying you can't have a drink. Morons. We're saying you should never be inebriated if you are the sole caretaker of your children. Stop using this argument because it makes you look really dumb. And if your parents see this, they're going to be really, 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 disappointed in you. Okay? They're going to be really, really mad at you for being like, did you say that? I have a question for a lot of the Maia Night stands and fans. I want you to go to your work, if you have a job, which I highly doubt. And I want you to tell people that you follow kids on TikTok, babies, and that you stan them, and that you cannot get on with your day unless you see them. I want to gauge what they say to you. Can somebody do that for me as just a little test? Cool? Or buy one of the shirts. And if someone asks, what is that? And then you tell them that it's babies on TikTok. I want to see if what they say. I really, really, really would like to see what they say. All right, let's keep reading. Even if she's drinking a lot, she looks after vodka and scotch amazingly. And you know this how? And again, this is an argument a lot of people will make. You only see 10 seconds of their life, right? And so you don't know anything about them. Are you guys there? You got that argument? You've heard that argument a million times on her stands? You don't know anything about Maia's life because she only shows you 10 seconds of her life. And yet here you are arguing with me saying she's a good mom when you only see 10 seconds of her life. And the 10 seconds that you see of her life, she's often drinking. So by your own logic, shut your pie hole, dumbass. Sorry, I'm getting a little upset. All right. LMAO, everyone claiming she a bad mom probably don't even have kids with their goofy selves. Please, I hope you don't have kids. Please don't have kids. Please. 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 Hey, Mommy Milkers. Great name. Don't be dumb. If you've got a great comment, come on in with it. If you're going to say something stupid and childish and dumb that makes everybody dumber, then you're out of the chat. Get lost. Banned from the show. Ban him, Coco. Ban him. Yeah, there's another one. I hate when people excuse her alcoholism because she's being a twin mom. Again, you could be a mom of 40 kids. I don't care. Alcoholism is never right. It's never right. Mommy Milkers 21. You're dumb and feel bad. Get rid of her, Coco. No, just ban her. Get her out of here. All right. Again, if your name is Mommy Milkers, you probably shouldn't be commenting. Cool. All right. Let's continue. I'm sorry, but I follow her on TikTok and she isn't a bad mother. LOL. Drinking a White Claw around your child isn't bad at all. Grow up. No, it's not bad. Drinking 3 or 4 and then multiple times a week, that's a little bit different. Can we please stop thinking that being a wine mom is cool? Like, can we start saying, hey, no. Being a wine mom is just a justification for alcoholism is stupid. Wine mom culture needs to be done. Stop it. And I know I have a shirt in my store that says, when is wine? Because I'm making fun of a wine mom. Just so you're aware. Wait, her babies are vodka and scotch. No, that's what the internet calls them. I'm going to slow down the chat just a little bit more, guys, because I can't even read it. All right, I want to continue to go through here. No, again, another comment. Don't drink alcohol ever again. Don't be stupid, guys. If you want to get a babysitter or get them to watch your mom to watch your kids and you want to go out and have a good time, go out and do it. But bar hopping with your kids is not ever going to be okay. Maia Knight does this. We see it all the time. She's got her kids while they're drinking. If you want to go have a great time, again, go for it. Be responsible. That's all I'm asking people. I cannot believe I have to stand on this platform and ask moms to be responsible, dads in that case too, to be responsible. Why is me asking you to be responsible bad? Why does that make me the enemy? Yeah, imagine growing up and the entire world knows your nickname is an alcoholic beverage. Cool. Okay, Coco, get rid of this Helix douchebag face there. Get rid of her. Okay. Why y'all be minding people business? Whoever took the time to do this must not have a life. I'm not saying I agree or disagree with it. Bro, what? Need a drink with these churn nowadays. I don't know what that means. This is so taken out of context if you actually watch her videos. Again, these are her videos, everybody. I didn't have to say a word. They're her videos. How are they taken out of context? If the context of the video is her drinking, is it taken out of context because why? Explain it to me. That's the context of the video. How is it taken out of context? Jeez. If she's not sponsored by White Claw, she's most definitely trying to get sponsored by White Claw. Yeah. Thank you, Amy. I'd like to hear what SS number 2 has to say too. I don't know what that means. Who's SS number 2? Is there someone in the chat who wants to chat? Sorry, I haven't been keeping up. It's a lot. Hey, Josh, I would love to discuss this. Are you really open to conversation or are you going to block? Don't want to waste my time if you're going to hold power by blocking. No, you go ahead and ask all your questions, SS number 2. I'm happy to. If you've got an honest question, I'm happy to answer it. Absolutely. If you got something that I'm missing, I'm happy to hear it. If I got something wrong, happy to hear it. TMB in 164, do you have something good to say? You have a question? Because my whole page is not dedicated to Maia, you dumbass. Hey, Kelly. But SS, go ahead and ask some questions. Thank you, Coco. Again, if you guys are going to come in the TikTok chat, if you've got a great question or you've got a really good response or something that's not stupid, absolutely ask it. If you're stupid and dumb, you're going to be removed. Oh, I appreciate it. Thank you. Yeah, I'm just so sick of the same damn comebacks. Like, it's so crazy. You've done the gag. It's the next gag. It's time to move on. Yeah, SS number 2, I'm happy to hear your questions. SS number, Josh is not saying, oh, sorry, that's to them. I'm just waiting for this question. Yeah. It's actually mind-blowing and really heartbreaking. That's why I did this live tonight. The amount of people that are willing to stand up for child exploitation. Again, we need to eliminate the idea of the alcoholism and all that stuff and all that, because again, that really doesn't really matter in the end. I use it to bring you to this conversation about the exploitation of children and how that's wrong. The scariest part about Maia Knight's content is the exploitation of the babies. That's what I'm saying. So I can forget all that other stuff, right? I don't really care. My main concern is that the babies do not and cannot and will not be able to ever give informed consent for their entire lives to be putting on the internet and the butt of so many people's jokes, by the way, and the subject of trolling by their mother. That is the main issue. And Sir 8008, you're right. So a mom can't show off her kids. No, that's not what I'm saying. It's a good question, though. Yes, if you want to show off your kids doing something like a talent or whatever, I have no problem with that. If they're in passing, hold on. They're doing something in passing. But if your kids are the main driver for your social media account, if you're making money off of your children, if they're the only reason you're making money, if you have to rely on your children to make money, that's where it's wrong. But if you want to show off your kids, show that they're cute, they got some talent, and it's just it's a one-off or whatever the case may be, like normal people do, I have no problem with that. My problem always comes down to this line that's in the sand. And here's how you know if you're exploiting your children. Do you make money from them being shown on your social media channels? Does that make sense? Can you be there with me on that one? So what about parents and sick kids? I mean, showing sick kids on the internet? No, I don't think you should ever do that. I don't care. Never. I think that's a line in the sand that cannot be crossed. Okay, so SS number 2's question. I don't think labeling someone as a complete bad person for flaws is really acceptable and is going to create full change. My caretakers were alcoholics and I used therapy to deal with that. Okay, is there a question here? Are you getting to the point where you're saying that my message is flawed because I make fun of people? Because I've heard that argument a million times, and I'm not saying you're wrong. It's definitely not for everybody. Okay, so if you don't like that, the way I put my message across, that is, I don't blame you. Don't watch it. I really think you have a good message, but really use your trauma as an excuse to be unfair to humans, others. No. Again, maybe, sure. But I'm unfair, and let's be clear, SS, and hopefully you can be there with me. I am unfair, and I come after those who, everybody with me now, collectively, exploit their children. If you don't exploit your children, I have no problem with you. I probably think you're pretty cool. Okay? But that's what I do. I bring attention to their garbage content because that's how I get your attention. It is not for everybody. I'm not saying it is. Some people will find it highly offensive. Some people will think it takes away from my message and they don't want to take my message because of it. That's okay. I cannot be 100% for everybody. I cannot be the thing for everybody. So I agree with you that my trauma does sway some of the things that I say, and it does affect me in a certain way. It does, the thing that I see in Maia, it does trigger me. And so yes, I use that triggering to give a voice to that trauma so that other kids don't have to go through it, right? So I went through all the trauma. And so what I use my trauma for and my voice for is to show you how bad it is. So maybe somebody will listen and then stop using their children in this way. Maybe some kids will be taken off the internet and their lives could have some semblance of normalcy because of what I'm doing. Okay? Because I have the trauma, though, does not diminish my voice in this conversation. I honestly think it's the opposite. I think that because I went through that trauma, and so many of you did too, and in the chats have done that, okay? I honestly believe that I have a voice that is more important. I know that sounds really cocky, but I know what it's like, and maybe some of you haven't. So yes, it would have been great, but it's how it happened, and my caretakers did the best they could, and I forgive them because they were humans going through a hard time. Okay, and that's your story, and your story is important. But my caretakers weren't going through a hard time. My trauma was lifelong. Okay, up until the point I left, and there was no excuse for it. So anybody like Kelsey here says, I'm 34 and I still have issues. Okay, I'm dealing with these issues. I'm compiling my story for you guys. But what I'm telling you is that, yeah, I do this because I honestly believe that these kids are going to suffer. And if my voice is anything, it's to stop them from suffering. Amber Steele says, if this mother would have shown her kids and only showed her drinking all the time, she wouldn't be talked about on the channel. This is a space to call out the mothers who exploit their children. Thank you. That's exactly, yeah, it's great. Yeah, Shannon Moore says, if you didn't have a sense of humor, I don't think I could watch. It's too deep and serious. I also use humor for a few reasons. Obviously to mask what I'm really feeling sometimes, and that's what I think a lot of people who've gone through trauma. And I think if you actually listen to a lot of people who are funny, right? I'm not saying I'm always funny, but people have told me in my life that I'm funny, right? I think a lot of us use that as a cover to overcome the trauma. Some people use alcohol and drugs. I use humor, right? And I think I use that too in a powerful way that brings people to the channel so that it's palatable sometimes too, right? It can be palatable because some of the stuff we talk about is really, really deep and dark. SS number 2, I appreciate the question. And that's an adult way of having a conversation, and I appreciate it. And again, I don't think that I'm for everybody, and I might not be for you, but I really appreciate that. Courtney's Chaos says, she uses their children for content without informed consent to get paid. The babies end up on CP sites. She is aware of it, but still uses her children for content. How is that a good parent? That's a good question. Anybody have an answer for that? She's not. That's the answer. Okay, I want to continue on with some of these comments because they're crazy. Again, taken out of context. My opinion, because I don't like this. Your thoughts, she's asking. The fact of the matter is she doesn't need to sit there and pop open a bottle of wine or can right in front of them. She's normalizing it in front of them. One. Secondly, you're obviously not responsible if you're going to be drinking. Spill it on the child, then still feel safe to drive home. It doesn't matter their tolerance. They have to obey the laws and limits. And last, why the hell would she let her child eat snacks that fell on the hotel floor? And this has got some comments. I'd like to read these comments. In all honesty, come on. Like when your babies were teething or had one of their toys in their mouth and you throw it in the diaper bag or it falls in the car seat and they pick it back up, it's dirty. No. Yeah, this is true. No. If your baby's, teether or, thing falls, you clean that off. You don't put it back in their mouth. And if you do that, I think that you're gross. And stop Maia's fans saying things like build up immunity. You don't build up immunity by putting pubes in your kid's mouth off a bathroom floor. There's other ways to build up immunity. Can we agree on that? That's gross. Kimberly, there's no laws to protect these kids, but there are laws coming down the pike for sure. Anyway, she said that, she's trying to say like, it's okay to do that. Haley, neither of my parents drank in front of me or my siblings, even if we went to restaurants. It wasn't until we were older they openly did it around us because as kids, they would put us to bed first. If we got up because we couldn't sleep, they'd put the drink down, rinse their mouth, change their clothes if they smelled like smoke, they put us, well, holy cow. Not everyone was raised that way. Anyway, it's a good conversation. In my opinion, sometimes people don't have to support one to watch or help with your kids to enjoy yourself. So me, for example, being one of those people, I drink in front of my kids at my house. I know they're safe. I do explain it's not for kids. It's adult juice. My daughter has a habit of throwing her food on the table. Okay, don't drink in front of your kids. Sorry. Don't drink around your kids because you need to, especially if you're the only caregiver. If you're not the only caregiver, it's different, right? Again, I always bring it down to if you are the sole caregiver of your children, don't be inebriated. Pretty sure it's a law anyway. Maybe it's not, it should be. Yeah, that's another thing. It's like, ma'am, you're a single mom who's been doing what millions of other women have done. Have a seat. A lot of people are like, she's a single mom. So there's millions of. I was raised by a single mom. Okay, it's hard. I'm not saying it's easy, but I'm just saying it doesn't make you different than everybody else. Just so you're just saying so because she's a single mom, let her be an alcoholic. It doesn't even make sense. It definitely is a law. That's what I thought. And being inebriated is bad. All right, all right, all right. I love her scotch and vodka. Her parents literally live next door and she never gets drunk. She's sloppy. Okay. She never gets so drunk she's sloppy. Well, that's good then. Cool. Mother of the year. Awesome. Except I've seen her sloppy drunk, so you're a liar. And I didn't even watch her shit, so you're lying. Nah, she is a good ass mom. She can have a drink when she want. LOL. If y'all watch her, YK, she be taking care of her babies. Bag alert. Major bag alert. Again, this is crazy. These comments are hilarious. Anyway, I wanted to show you that because that was just a small sampling. That's crazy. This video has 1.9 million people reached, 489,000 engagements. Holy cow. That is crazy. Yep. Still drives intoxicated. Again, I don't think that there's proof of her driving intoxicated, but it's alluded to, right? There is points where she says we're going bar hopping, and either Jillian's driving or she is. So someone's driving intoxicated. Yeah, Maya needs to realize the trauma she's inflicting. Yeah, and this is it. Stacy says it right, and this is what I'm trying to tell you guys on TikTok and everybody else. The exploitation is 100 times worse than anything else that she does. Well, not anything. Give me a break, but the exploitation is the big issue for me. It's the big one. Sorry. Keep commenting. I can't read everybody's comments. If she went to the ER with babies with alcohol in her breath, would social, I don't know. But if she had to call the ambulance for whatever reason and they went to her house and she was drunk, I'm pretty sure that would be written down. Anyway. So SS number 2, more questions. Is dragging someone as a malicious way to create change in your opinion though? Because I've seen videos on you and you do not change based on those videos. I will never listen to dumbass people on the internet and change. I've grown to this level clearly for a reason. So no, I'm not going to change. Yes, I will drag people maliciously. If, everybody with me? If you exploit children. Can we agree that it's okay to maliciously drag people who do the worst thing you could do to children? Can we agree on that? Or are you saying don't? And it's okay if you say don't, because that's not for you. You can say, well, there's other more sensible ways to bring attention to that. And that's fine, because there's like 400 other channels that do it more sensibly than I. So yes, if you exploit your children, I will drag you maliciously because you deserve it. Cool? Holly Harmony, because I'm a bully and I wouldn't have a career without them. Clearly you don't know anything about my content, but have a good night. SS is probably one of the people that makes videos about me. So why wouldn't Maya think the same of you? That's my question. Of course she can think the same of me. I don't care. I don't exploit my children for money. So because you're saying that people think that I exploit other people's children for money, even though I blank out their faces and stuff. Is that what you mean? I don't understand. Yeah, Chelsea says, you're definitely changing viewers. I used to watch family vloggers. Now I don't. If people stop watching, they'll stop making money. Tough love is the only way sometimes, Stephanie says. I guess you can call it tough love. I just call it vitriolic. I hate people who exploit their children. I literally hate them. Right? And if they make a change, then I'm like, cool, you're awesome for making that change. But if you refuse to make a change after seeing all the dangers on the internet for children, I hate you. And I think you should be hated. Holly Rhodes, please give me your opinion. I'm happy to hear it. You're allowed to have any opinions you want, but if your opinion's like, if your opinion is stupid and you don't have an honest to God argument for me, then of course I'm not going to listen to you. So what is your goal if you know Maia isn't going to listen to you based on your malicious way of creating content on others? What's my goal? To bring attention to it, because pressure matters, right? If you can create a snowball effect of this type of content, right? And thank you, Jennifer. If you can create a snowball effect of this where so many people are starting to talk about this, then change can be affected. Change will be affected. They're already making laws, I think, in Washington, where they're drafting up bills of legislation to protect kids on the internet. Not saying it's because of me. I'm saying, though, it's because people like me having this conversation over and over and over again and creating a movement that's starting to get into the ears of politicians. That's the only way you're going to make change. You get into the lawmakers' ears and then you make laws about it. I don't think that I'm going to change anybody's mind generally. And there has been some family vloggers that have changed their mind and have told me that I'm the reason. Okay. But I'm not saying it's because of me, but there are people who've done it. But I don't think I'm going to actually change somebody's mind who's making millions of dollars. They're not going to change their mind. But if we bring enough attention to this and how bad it actually is, it could change the mind of lawmakers who then could make laws, who then could protect these children because these parents will not protect the children. Avery Dawson says, let's also remember she's in her mid to late 20s. She's 25, I think. Her fans act like she's a single teen mom. There's plenty of people in her same age doing the same thing. Yeah, she's an adult, guys. She's got a degree. She is like a whole adult who's been to college and gotten and received a degree. She's not some teen mom. And she has a ton of support at home. It's not like she's poor. Oh, hey, Ronnie. Is Netflix in trouble over cutie? Well, they were already in trouble. Maia Knight could turn her whole TikTok into just about herself. She'll lose a big chunk of her fans, but she could still make a decent living out of it without putting her kids on. I do believe that. If they really like her, and some do really like her, they don't need to. If Maia Knight took her kids off for 7 days, I would be interested to see. She only dropped out of her master's program, so she does have a degree. She's smart, guys. Maia Knight's not stupid. She just has problems. I feel like, and a lot of people pick up on this too. I feel like, I know everybody thinks it's dry humor, but it's almost like you can tell sometimes that those babies, I don't know. I don't want to say it. I'm not going to say it. We did talk about her leaving her kids in the car while they work, and we all agreed that that's wrong. She's 26, okay. A lot of people do bring up this when we chat about Maia Knight and the FASD. I don't know, but I know that Maia Knight takes a lot of pregnancy tests just because she had traumatic birthing experience. So also might be because she thinks, she didn't know she was pregnant the first time. So SS says, do you think there's a more palatable way to create content so you do not come across as harsh? Josh's style hurts women. You think Jess Fam is intelligent? Well, no, you're right. Jess Fam's not intelligent. Yeah, my content hurts women who exploit children, and that's okay. Are you saying that because I come after women and men who exploit their children, that hurts all women? Or the fact that I say that if you don't exploit your kids and you're an amazing mom, I think you're incredible, is that okay too? Again, you keep missing the point. You keep thinking that I think all moms are terrible people. When I've said this multiple times, I don't know how many times, I'm not going to say it anymore after this to you, SS. It's the people who exploit their children. So if you're going to ask me something, First, ask yourself this question. Does that person that Josh comes after, do they exploit their children for money? And if the answer is yes, then don't ask the question. Thank you, Bree. I used to watch FE when I was going through infertility. I felt like a failure when my life didn't look like theirs. Thank you for showing through. Yeah, amazing. I've stopped watching family vloggers whenever they come up my feed. I skip. What about House of Hughes? Digging your channel. I've never heard of House of Hughes, but I'm sure I'll see them someday. Yeah, Carrie Maloney's right. This thing about this chat, I have 102,000 subscribers on this channel right now, okay? Every single one of those is earned. And the chat is literally full of women and moms who agree with stopping the exploitation of children. Again, I'm not for everybody. I feel like if you think that I'm a little bit too harsh on people and it just triggers you, please don't watch it. I think that's your choice to make, and I think that's a choice you should obviously do. You should use your social media content elsewhere. I honestly believe that. It is not for everybody. Yes, most of my fan base is women, 98% women between the ages of 24 and 44. I wonder why most women are family vloggers. Like us women are protective over babies, but there's mainly women who want to exploit their kids. I think a lot of this has to do with a lot of the family vloggers and mommy vloggers are stay-at-home moms looking for either another source of income, looking for something to do, are honestly proud of their kids and they think they have something to say. They're momming and they want to give you whatever. I honestly believe that. I do, but I don't think, and I honestly do believe this too. I honestly don't believe that most of these channels ever started out with saying, I'm going to exploit my children for money. Okay, but it ended up turning into that way, and then they were in too deep because they ended up making way big money. There's a lot of money to be made. Some of the biggest family vloggers make millions upon millions of dollars a year. Millions of dollars. Who of us could say that we wouldn't be tempted at least to put our families online for millions of dollars a year? Oh, here we go. Okay, but it's not your right to speak down on women and hurt women who watch your content and do not post family content. Do I speak down to women who do not post family content? Shouldn't you take that into consideration if your audience is mostly women? Again, you need to ask yourself this question. Do the people I speak down to exploit children? Are you going to answer my question now? Do they exploit children? Are you saying that I cover people that don't exploit children? Sorry, I'm getting a little dry here. Laura, I have talked on this before about children and acting. And I said this at the beginning of this video too. The difference is, there's a few differences. Children who are acting have the Coogan law to protect their earnings, their time, their education, and a whole bunch of other things. Do I agree with it? Not really. Because I still believe that parents are putting those kids in that situation. Although some of those kids are superiorly talented. Super talented. Like, I was watching, what's on Netflix with Ryan Reynolds? The Adam Project. And that kid is a brilliant actor. But the difference between an actor and these kids is that you don't know the actors when they went through puberty, when they had their first date, when they had a meltdown, when they barfed or pissed their pants or shit their diaper. You don't know any of that stuff because you don't know about their life. Also, the kids on the internet do not have protections like the Coogan law. They are not protected. There is nothing protecting them. The parents could literally take all of their money, spend it all, and walk away with no repercussions. And you know who does that? Love Meg. And she has admitted it on camera that all the money that she makes, she's not giving any of it to her kids. And, you know, she has not used her kids in a while. They're in passing. She took them off. She did use them for a bunch of ads, which is what brought me to her, right? She did, but she has since taken them down. But not down, like they're still on the channel. But Love Meg also called me a child P, so I'm not going to stop talking about her. But, again, that's the problem. Yeah. Here it is. I'm a woman. I'm not offended. Don't exploit children and don't get made fun of. If you don't want to get made fun of, don't exploit children. Again, yeah, there are laws for child actors, the Coogan law. And again, I think they're trying to expand the Coogan law to kids on the internet. It only makes sense. But still, it doesn't really help because you guys aren't even taking into consideration that Maia Knight's babies are working. Guys, they're working. They are the reason she makes money. It's on their shoulders for them to make money for their mom. That's pressure. Okay? They are the reason she makes tons of money. Gap Kids? Do you think Gap Kids is going to hire Maia if she didn't have kids? You know, she's going to get sponsors from formula companies and diaper companies and everything else, so she didn't use the kids? If the kids aren't there, she makes no money. Okay? Even if Coogan Law is expanded to kids on the internet, it doesn't change the content because you're still going to see all these private moments. I always talk about the Weiss life in this scenario. In the Weiss life, they take their young daughters bra shopping. They measure their chest on the camera. They take them to the mall and they show them shopping for bras for their young adolescent pubescent daughters. Okay? Jess Pham did the same thing. In 8 Passengers, they show them shaving their legs for the first time. They talk about her acne in major detail. These families have no shame in the things that you know about these children. Imagine you're in high school, okay? And everybody knew every intimate detail about your life because they can look it up on YouTube. How would you feel? So many people are so disgustingly greedy and so obtuse about the idea that, what if it was you? Because it isn't you. This isn't going to affect your life. You're just watching kids online, you creepy people. But it's going to affect their life, and you don't seem to give a shit. None of you seem to care at all. You have no skin in the game. The kids have all the skin in the game, and they cannot give consent for the skin in the game. You cannot get informed consent from children to do what you're doing to them. Yes, SS is saying that I shouldn't be harsh to women. And SS is social spoons, by the way. A dingleberry. Colleen Ballinger, I've talked about her a couple times. Yeah, Macaulay Culkin sued his parents because his parents spend all his money. Here's another argument I get a lot about from people that I cover, right? So I generally cover the videos of people and I watch them for the first time. And so people will come at me for not knowing certain things about families, right? They're like, you don't even know anything, right? They'll say, you don't know anything. And I'll say to myself, well, that's true because I don't watch other content. I'm watching the video in real time with you, learning with you. But don't you find it odd that you know everything about them and that you get mad at me for not knowing all these intimate details that I should know? Even the people that hate those people think that I should know everything about them, that you know so much about them, and because I don't, I'm in the wrong. Unless I'm getting something egregiously wrong that is affecting them, okay, I understand that, right? But you guys know so many intimate details about a lot of these people, and you get mad at me for not knowing those intimate details. That's on purpose. I don't want to know the intimate details about these people. Okay. Oh, thank you, Lisa Byrne. I appreciate that. Yeah, the humor is like the sugar. It helps the medicine go down sometimes, right? Guys, I just got rid of SS because she's a douche. Yeah. I think, can I ask a bunch of people the same question again? People who are in support of this, and that's okay. Okay. But honestly, do you think that you would have been okay with, and maybe some of you will, do you guys honestly think it would be okay for the entire world to know all about you without you giving permission for that? And again, we know so many of these creators who have done this to their children, and the children are now coming out and speaking about how crazy it is. And we're not saying one or two. We're saying dozens and dozens of these kids are coming forward, and they're saying how bad it was, how bad their lives are, because for a few reasons. When the camera's on, they're different people. Cam and Fam did this video where she said, we only ate healthy and those things because we were doing videos about that stuff. The camera's off, we're eating junk food, we're sleeping in bed all day long. Okay? You think Maia is who she is in that 10 seconds you see her? She's either worse or she's better. Okay? But if it's worse, that sucks. But if she's better, I mean, she can only be better. Right? So what we're seeing is crazy. We're seeing two different worlds. These kids know their mom and their dad different lights when the camera's on and when the camera's off. And so I'm seeing a lot of people say this comment. No, I would be mortified. I would be flabbergasted. I'd be so angry at my parents. And still a lot of you who stand up for Maia Knight don't seem to give a crap that her kids will likely go through this. And you don't seem to care that her kids are having their entire lives on the internet, their privacy given to everybody. You don't care, and that makes you so selfish. Those aren't your children. Trisha Paytas, yeah, she does a family vlog. I'll definitely cover her. Why am I only targeting Maia? It's a good question. I'm not only targeting Maia, Sylvia Baker. And if you go to my YouTube channel, you will see. She's the biggest one on TikTok, so that's why I'm talking about her. And I'm covering her today is because I got death threats from her fans. So if you honestly believe that I only cover Maia Knight, then you're being disingenuous and you have no idea about my content. Courtney Wilson says, Josh, you're saying and doing everything all of us moms are feeling and thinking on a big platform. You're changing the family vlogging world. I hope so. I hope I'm doing something. See how embarrassed half of us about our emails that we created when we were teenagers, right? That's some embarrassing moments that we've had. But we're the generation that didn't have our privacy put online unless we did it ourselves when we were teenagers, right? If you're in my age group, right? Our kids don't know life without a touchscreen. Our kids don't know life without social media. That's a different world we're raising our kids in, the one we didn't know, that we weren't raised in. Okay? We do not know the ramifications of the things that we're doing to our children right now. This is relatively new. YouTube's only 15 years old, I think. This is relatively new. Family vlogging is relatively new. We do not know the long-term damage we are doing to our children with this stuff. We know it to a degree, but not enough. My first AOL name was a Spice Girl. And you know what? I love New Kids on the Block, still do. Yeah, I got death threats. Somebody was saying, I'm going to dox you. I'm going to dox your son. All this kind of stuff. And they're hardcore stans of Maia. And I asked them, I said in the chat, I'm like, why do you want to see me die? Do you really want me to die so that you can watch this content of these babies guilt-free or something? So if I die, right, because you guys killed me or something, does that make it so that, okay, we got rid of that guy, now we can watch this stuff guilt-free? We don't want to be told that what we're watching and how we're doing this is wrong. We want to make sure that you know that you're so bad, we want you to die. That's where we are right now in the world. Sorry, I'm reading some comments over here. Again, yeah. Beth says, can you imagine wake up every morning to a camera in your face and being filmed eating breakfast, waking up? Also, sitting in your own shit. Let's not forget that. Look, I'm not saying that everybody change the diaper instantly. I'm not saying you have to. Again, my major issues with Maia's mothering, that stuff can be fixed with experience, right? She's a new mom. She'll probably get better, hopefully. Again, my whole thing is I want to draw you into this topic by saying everything that everybody's talking about anyway, but bring it down to the one thing, the exploitation. That's the only thing that really matters to me. Yeah, not only does Maia exploit her children, she lets her so-called best friend do it also. Auntie Jillian has not always been around, not from the beginning of Maia's platform. she's definitely taking advantage of it now. And again, I think that Auntie Jillian is the main driver of the what do you call it? Like the badassery, right? The like, do it. She eggs her on. She's the one that's like, do it. Do this crazy stuff. Aunt Jillian is no for me. She's way nastier than Maia. Well, that's a really sad comment. I'm sort of glad she had twins. Imagine one baby all alone in that crib. At least they have each other to keep themselves company. Doesn't make it any better. That is the saddest comment I've ever read, and wow. That's so sad. Thank you. Did you see the roleplay FB account I sent you? I haven't taken a look at it. I will look at it. Yeah, Aunt Jillian is raising her platform using the twins as well. And it's worse, because those aren't her kids. Here's Madison McKay says, oh my God, you guys have nothing better to do. Madison, hey, I think it's pretty good use of my time to call out child exploiters. I think that's okay. What are you doing? Do you have a good response, or are you just going to be dumb? Again, all those people that are here who can't spell, just chill. You make yourself look very dumb. Oh, man. What's this comment? If she didn't have twins, she wouldn't have put one kid on the internet. She found having twins brought her attention. Yeah, the thing about the twins now is happening. People are like, oh, I have twins too. And there's all these channels popping up now with twins because they'll make money. This is the danger of what Maia does. She became the biggest one on TikTok and is allowing all these other mothers to say, well, you're doing it, I'm going to do it. And then she's creating this whole world where this seems to be okay. And then other kids get exploited because of it. Deborah says, so how many women supporting family bloggers would take their daughters out to a street corner with megaphone and announce, my daughter just had her first period? Same thing. It's actually worse, Deborah, because they're saying it to millions of people and creepers who are collecting those videos and creating playlists out of them. So it's even worse. And you know what makes it even scarier is that you don't see it. I mean, at least if you took your daughter out to the world, to the mall, you could see creepy dudes looking at her and like, let's go. Here, they get to stay hidden. They get to be anonymous. That's the scarier part of it. She shows the real side of having twins. A lot of people can relate to her. I get it that a lot of people relate to, you know, I don't know, just being a negligent mom, I guess. Again, I think what you're saying is kind of on the button. She draws in other parents who think like her, who think it's okay to do that and want to feel good or feel accepted in their shitty parenting. Auntie Jillian doesn't have any skin in the game when it comes to cashing in, so she can afford to be reckless without repercussions. Amen. Amen. Maia didn't start it. She just went with the flow. Yeah, but she could have changed after she saw the dangers. The only thing giving Maia this platform are her twins, right? And the only way to, I mean, we all know that. And again, if she took those off, she would have nothing. Keep doing it your way. Josh, protect the children. And CC Pinstripes, the Yankees suck. But you're right. How can we relate to a mother with 8 million followers making massive coin at home and the ability to travel 24/7, right? She makes tons of money. It's not, Maia became unrelatable, meaning, I mean, if you relate to Maia because she drinks a lot and she's real and just all that, then maybe you should reassess your mothering. Just saying. Maybe this is the time to be like, oh, shit. You're right. That's not right. I should not stand somebody who's like that. Maia knows her kids are on P playlists and she's choosing to ignore that fact and put her children at risk. Yes, again, when I say this, I say, why are we waiting? I always say this. Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Why are we waiting? Why? When we know the dangers exist. And we have proof of the dangers. If you don't think that there's at least 100 creepy weirdos in that 7 million subscribers that she has, you're wrong. There's probably thousands, by the way. Have you ever been on the internet? Ever been to Cringetopia on Reddit? Just go to Cringetopia. Okay? There are thousands of creepy women and men watching her children, and she knows it. Yes, I did a video on CamFam the other day. I saw a bunch of people posting that they saw her at the airport and didn't say hi. I think it's odd. I think if you stand somebody and don't go approach them, it's probably the best way to do it. Do not approach somebody that you know that you've seen on the internet. Okay? Don't do it. Like kids, I mean. Maia has talked about finding her kids on CP websites. Has she talked about it? I don't think she will wake up even if something bad happens. Danny girl, the reason why she won't wake up is because she's making more money than she will ever make in any degree that she's had or any job that she'll ever get. A lot of people are like, well, she gets to stay at home with her kids and she makes tons of money. I mean, that's a net positive, right? She gets to stay with her kids. Kids get to be raised by their mom exclusively without her going to work and going to daycare. That's cool, right? But the idea is that they're the subject of it all. Their privacy's out there. So it is a balance, but she's making more money than she will ever make in her entire life. Maybe she's just trying to make a couple million and then she'll just leave. Maybe she's crazy. Good crazy. Please address your broccoli queen on TikTok. I've never heard of that. Would these people go to parks and just creepily watch other people's kids? Because that's what they're essentially doing. Exactly. This is a good question for a lot of people. You're watching our kids. Would you just like kind of go hang out and watch other people's kids at a park or, at a school or something? Because if you did, you get arrested. That's why this shouldn't be okay. This is just, again, it's anonymizing the ability to do something you shouldn't be doing. These kids are not your children. You are not entitled to them. They do not belong to you. But so many people do honestly believe that they are deserved and owed and legitimately believe that because they call themselves their child support. They make fun of it. They're like, this is child support. I'm watching for child support. They think it's funny. Ava Stebbins says she's not getting wasted though. Are you sure? And how do you know that? Because we've seen her wasted on her videos. You know that, right, Ava? You know that we've seen that, right? We have videos of that, right? You know that exists? Your household income should not be dependent on the dependence of your household. Oh, that should go on a t-shirt. A TikTok stalker also unalived another creator. Yep, that's what we were talking about. Well, we talked about the one that he shot open their door with a shotgun and then the dad killed him. Yeah, you can see the creepers here again. If you are standing up to be able to see children that aren't yours, you got to know that you're creepy, right? To regular people. And I need you to ask some people in your life that don't go on TikTok and all that other stuff. People at work, friends that don't do that. Ask them that, do you think it's creepy that I watch another lady's children on TikTok every single day? Ask them honestly what they think. I would love to know. Maybe I'll do a dad on the street someday and head down and be like, do you think it's okay to watch other people's children on the internet? And see what they say when they're under the pressure. Because if you actually sat down with somebody and said, are you cool with watching other people's children? Why? And why do you do it? Candace Migley, can we play a drink game for how many times Jess Fam or Clan or Shannon Rose say like? Call alcohol poisoning. Yeah. Sorry, I'm just reading other comments. Who started the family vlogging first? I want to say John and Kate +8. started this whole movement, then into 19 Kids and Counting, and then like all the other ones. I think it was Johnny K. TLC is the major contributor to this style of filming and vlogging. I did not see the Facebook group from Maya Night Sightings. Someone sent it to me. I want to go see it. That's crazy. Holy cow. And again, right there, if that does exist, someone send it to me. I'll go look at it right now. Hold on, let's see if I can find it. Holy Maya Night fans, 105,000 likes. Whew, dang. Shaytards. Was Shaytards before John and Kate Plus 8 though? Yeah. Shaytards for YouTube for sure. Shaytards were the first one. Margaret's going to make a Josh Sightings group. There's going to be nobody in there. Please see McLeod fam, non-binary child with disability being exploited. Whoa, jeez. 19 Kids and Counting was the ultimate nightmare, yes. Even Little People Big World, one of the kids was like assaulted by one of the producers. I have a friend who wanted to start family vlogging. I showed her your channel and she changed her mind. That's amazing. Fish fam are terrible, terrible, terrible people. I've got a video about them coming soon. Lee Daniel says, do you find it mostly to be an American thing? There are, you know what? I think there are a few Canadian families. I know there's a few Canadian influencers on Instagram that do it. It's a lot easier to do it on Instagram. But yeah, it's mostly an American thing. And it's honestly not a majority, but a large chunk are Mormon. Because Mormons consume Mormon content. So if there are 6 million Mormons, okay, you can easily garner a huge fan base of just Mormon people because they need to consume Mormon content. Does that make sense? So it's like they have permission to consume that content because they're Mormon. So it's easy to grow that fan base. Are there any good family channels like KKS and Baby J? I don't know who that is. No, I honestly do believe that if you're using your children for money, that there's just no good. There can't be. Now, if you're doing a family vlog and you're not showing your kids and you're talking about momming and all that stuff, of course, that's cool. Thank you, Dana. So what's this? Please say something about the boyfriend applications from moms of boy twins. Maya has even commented on a few saying they were top contenders. It's so weird and inappropriate. What does that mean? Like there's other like influencers that like she's going to date? I would go look at that Facebook on stream. Someone sent that? Has someone sent it to me? Send it to me and I'll look it up. So if I can find it, does anybody know the name of the Facebook group? Oh, they're saying kids should date Maya's kids. No. That's so gross. No, a mom of male twins sent a boyfriend application to... Oh, no. Don't do that. I know it's just joking around. People saying it's joking around. But again, at some point, it's just don't make the joke, right? Some jokes just don't do it, I guess. That joke doesn't need to be made. So you take a joke. People are saying people need to take a joke and all that kind of stuff. I get it, but sometimes you just don't have to do it. There are some things you cannot do, right? Because then it just adds and it stacks on top of the other garbage. Does anybody know the name of that Facebook group? Yeah, Tawny Talk. I'm looking for the Facebook group from Hometown Sightings. That's what I'm looking for. I want to look at it online. Right now, they're probably making the group private if they're watching this. Yeah, if you feel the need to record before changing a child's diaper, you need to reevaluate your priorities. Amen. Yeah. YouTube gymnastics kids. Yeah, gymnastics and dance kids, that should have never been a thing. That's gross. Like, I'm looking at Maya Night sightings and I can't see anything here. Pages, pages, pages. Here we go. Man, there's a lot of Maya Night pages. Holy smokes. No, this is a Margaret RNEP. Maya's hometown. Okay, well, don't say it here then. If it's a Maya's hometown thing, don't do that. So, I mean, I haven't had a bunch of Maya stands. I'm actually surprised that they didn't take the opportunity to come in here and tell me how bad of a person I am. Let's go to Wild Sightings. No, I think maybe I'm blocked. M-Bone says, I saw a mom on TikTok literally change her daughter's diaper and showed everything. Had 3 million views, and the rest of her videos had 1,000. Exactly. Because you know who gets a hold of that? The predators find that video and they share it amongst their groups. Thank you, Andrea. That's how many people are willing to share that stuff. If you guys don't think it goes deep and dark in those webs, there's millions and millions of creepers anonymously online looking for this content that these parents are serving up on a silver platter. It's true. Their arguments are generally really bad. Man, I'm on her Facebook group page. Oh my gosh. These people are nuts. I can't believe people like this exist. It's so crazy, and there's hundreds of thousands of them. Oh my gosh. Good gracious. She said she didn't name them after the leapfrog dogs, but clearly she did. Yes, she did. That's stupid. That's the one thing. I think Maya's intelligent. I honestly do, but that's a weird thing to name your kids after. I sent the FB account looking for the group. Okay. Yep. How is she not scared of leaving her house? Because honestly, Maya's really new to this world. I don't think she understands the danger right now. I think she thinks she lives in a little bubble in a small town. She doesn't actually understand her reach. That's the scariest part. And being approached at airports and stuff and being rude to people is probably smart of her to be rude to people so that people don't approach her. But it's just going to be bad for her. But I think as soon as people start approaching her, she should have taken a step back and said, oh crap. She doesn't understand. There's no way she understands the depth of the people who watch her. She gets millions of views on her video. Imagine you're standing in a place with millions of people. In that group of millions of people are going to be some pretty crazy people, right? like some really big weirdos. Okay, here it is. Kelsey Rose says, but she didn't name them after them. She always wanted a girl named Violet and then chose Scout from To Kill a Mockingbird. I'm all for what you're saying, but don't lie to make yourself look better. I don't know how that makes me look better, but also you've proven my point. The fact that you know all that, Kelsey, that's the problem. The fact that you know that. Look how much you know about this family, about these little babies. Thank you for proving my point. And I'm not being mean to you. Honestly, thank you for doing that, correcting me. I appreciate it. But you get angry. I'm all for what you're saying, but don't lie to make yourself look better. Again, it wouldn't make me look better for her to name her kids from animals, from toys. But the fact that you know that is scary. Someone on TikTok says she liked the name Scout because of a YouTube mom. So again, conflicting stories all over the place. I don't think anybody knows the real answer. This thing too is, again, that the second they give nicknames to her kids, they should have stopped. And I know the nicknames came from bad subtitles, I think. But yeah, the fact that her kids are going to grow up being named after alcohol, again, I get the joke. It was funny for like 10 seconds, and now it's like literally who they've become. So you tell the truth or don't cover the situation at all. But Kelsey, how do you know that's the truth? How do you know it's the truth that she did that? Because she said it? And how do you know she's telling you the truth? This is interesting. She's applied to be verified multiple times and said she continues to get denied. I don't think TikTok verifies people whose content is only their kids. I don't know, because I have seen some content. I think she gets flagged a lot, right? I think that's probably what's happening. I think TikTok is going to have a problem if she gets a lot bigger, because they're going to have to come to terms with the idea of kids being exploited for lots and lots of money. They're going to have to be like, okay, well, shit, what are we going to do about this? Yeah, Jess Fam's verified, but Jess Fam's content on TikTok isn't about her children, I don't think. Mostly about her. Her parenting is the most impersonal parenting I've ever seen. She seems like a babysitter, not a mom. Interesting. You can like the names, but knowing those are names of two toys, why would you do that if you don't want people saying it? And it's not even just that it's the it's not even if the toys were named like, Hank and Fred. Those names are very crazily, that. So that's why a lot of people will think that. And I think she probably had to come up with something, because she probably did do that and realized how dumb it was. Honestly, I don't think there's a lot of crazies in here. There's not a lot of trolls. I mean, some people were getting upset about some little things, but again, just proving my point that it's okay to be upset about that, but you have to come to terms with the fact that you know these really crazy personal details about that, and you're proving my point. That's important. Do you think vloggers who will watch Cam and Fam's video think she's attacking their content? No, but I think that they'll silently agree with her. They won't hate her for it. They'll be like, yeah, they know, because that's what it is. It's sad that I don't know anything about her and was like, maybe Josh is going overboard. Then hearing you read fans' comments and defense is making me like, shoot, Josh is right. Yeah. Today's death threats were a big wake up for me. I've never gotten death threats before. Yeah, if you're really TikTok, that's why I'm doing this live today, because of the death threats. Yeah, I saw this video. Have you seen the video of her feeding one of her babies? She's basically drowning, trying to smack the bottle away. Maia just smiles at the camera and ignores her baby. I saw that video. If you guys have seen this video, it's really hard to watch. The baby's like choking on the bottle and trying to move the bottle, and Maia's ignoring the child. The milk is dribbling down the face because the kid can't drink it. Something's going on, and she's smiling at the camera. That one video alone, of all the videos we've ever seen, is one of the creepiest and craziest videos I have seen of Maia. And I think it's been deleted. I don't know. It is the craziest video I've ever seen. I would show it to you here, but I have no way of blanking out the faces of the children. But I think you can see it on the Reddit, on the Maia Night Reddit. It is I think as a mother, you guys are probably going to be triggered by it. It's really, 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 really bad. You got to see it yourself. Carolyn Kenny writes, Josh, I'm just genuinely wondering, why do you feel the need to call her out? There are a lot of mommy vloggers out there who are much worse. Why bring unneeded hate and attention? So are you saying they're worse how? And I'm not being angry, or I'm not being... I want to have a conversation with you. How are they worse? I'd like to know. And then I'll definitely answer your question. I do, yeah, Daisy asks, do I have it? Yes, I do have that video. But I can't show it to you because I can't blur it out here. I have to do it in post. I'm just waiting for Carolyn to tell me who's worse. And that's okay, guys. Don't come after her for asking a question. She's asking an honest question. If she has not seen my content, that's okay. Let her ask the question. But that's one of the answers. Yep. She's a huge young audience and is influencing a huge amount of people. I mean, you can call it hateful if you want, because I hate them. I feel if you exploit your children for money, I hate you. Yeah. But I can learn to respect you if you take your kids off, and I can be there with you and support you. I hate what they do. How about that? I don't really hate anybody. Hate is a really strong word. And it's something I don't really use very lightly. But I hate what they do. I've actually heard of Bird's Papaya. Not a fan. Just waiting for the answer. Sorry guys, if you're bored. I watch all your videos. I used to be a YouTube mom and quit because of you. Oh, I appreciate that, Daisy. That's amazing. Off topic, do you have any more videos about Abby? You mean Fathering Autism, Abby? Tomorrow. I doubt she's going to answer. A lot of people will say something, ignore you. Okay, well, I want to know who's worse. That's... And worse is, of course, I do think there are worse people out there. Sure. I just want to know what she thinks. There's a video of one of the babies screaming in the background, and she said that she's ignoring her because she's mad at her. Really? Yeah, Annie, I got a bunch of death threats. Well, I mean, low-level threats. But one did wish me dead, yes. Yeah, there's an okay baby update coming this week. Friends update. I'm going to do another video on the royalty family. That's starting to get a little crazy. It's starting actually to cross over into the Piper Raquel case, too. People need to seriously chill. The hell's wrong with people? Amen. Annie, these people want to see these kids so badly that they're willing to wish death on me. No, I don't tell my wife about this stuff. Ashley, Kathleen, I'm doing a video about Maia right now. But yes, I am going to be doing a mashup of all of her drinking and bad parenting, because it seems to have caused a stir on Facebook. How many family vloggers have you talked about have responded to you? 5? 5 maybe? Exactly. If you find yourself invested in someone else's child, get your head checked. So are we trying to keep kids offline or going for a happy medium? I hear a lot of saying it's okay to get profit, but then some are downright saying no. I just think honestly it comes down to, profiting off your children. If they are the main content on your channel, if you're making a ton of money off them, if you rely on them at all to make any money, I think that's wrong. Yeah, and it's a lot of profit. These people make a lot of money, tons and tons of money. I think Micah did quit, or she's taking a very long break. I think we'll see her back. Micah's just waiting for this thing to blow over. It's never gonna blow over. I just found a Yahoo article about her baby daddy. What? A Yahoo article about Maia's baby daddy? Why? Yeah, I don't think Micah needs to come back. Someone's asking on TikTok because James makes tons of money on the detailing channel. He does. They can live very comfortably while he cleans a car every week. They don't deserve it, but they will. They will do it. I found the neglectful bottle feeding video. It doesn't really show the baby's face. Do you want me to send it? I wish I could show it. I don't want to even have a chance of showing her kids on here because I don't want to be a hypocrite. But it's such a crazy video that, yeah, send it to me. I'll put it in Premiere and I'll show you guys the video. I want to show it to you. Just Instagram it to me or something. Oh, okay. So Carrie sent me the article. You guys want to read it? Weird that we're about to read this. All right, here we go. Weird, but here we go. Here we go. All right, single mom of twins recounts emotional journey after boyfriend left at 7 weeks. This is weird. This TikTok parent revealed how she found happiness and strength after her boyfriend left her when she was 7 weeks pregnant. Maia Knight is a TikToker and parent of 2 adorable baby girls. In a recent video, Maia shared the story of how her boyfriend left her when she became pregnant and how she was able to overcome her heartbreak and become a stronger, happier person. Video begins with Maia sitting in front of the camera. I randomly decided to take a pregnancy test one morning before heading to work. It was positive, Maia recalls. I scheduled an appointment with my OB and found out I was 5 weeks pregnant. Are you guys hearing this? Can I just say this real quick, and I might be wrong? We know that Maia drinks a lot, right? We can all agree that Maia drinks above average, probably. Let's say that. Can we say that? Above average? Or maybe a little bit average, I guess, depending on where you live. So if she was 5 weeks pregnant and didn't know, she could have been drinking for 5 weeks. And I did research on fetal alcohol syndrome. And there is no amount of alcohol while you're pregnant that is acceptable. So if she was drinking for 5 weeks before she found out she was pregnant, that's a big deal, everybody. Are we hearing that? Fetal alcohol syndrome is a big deal. It's very common too, because a lot of women don't realize they're pregnant and they're drinking in the first developmental stage of pregnancy, which is dangerous. There is zero amount of alcohol, and if you look it up on the CDC website, CDC says there is no safe amount of alcohol when you're pregnant. No safe amount. Margaret's a nurse. I trust her. That's not uncommon, Josh, but the biggest effect occur last trimester. Not saying it's good, but it's common. Okay, thank you. So she was pregnant for 5 weeks before she found out. So that's very important. All right. I randomly decided to take a pregnancy test one morning. Found out I was 5 weeks pregnant with twins. After telling my boyfriend, he told me to get an abortion and stop contacting him. What a dick. Maia adjusts her necklace and twirls the fruit strands of her hair in front of her face. She continues to lip sync. Weird. She leans in close to the camera. Another caption appears which reads, I moved in with my mom and kept my pregnancy a secret from the world and sank into deep depression. So scared of how I was going to be a single mom of 2 girls. As Maia continues to share her story, she begins to smile. At 34-week appointment, my OB told me I had preeclampsia and admitted me to the hospital. I started having contractions, went into heart failure, and was taken by ambulance to hospital 3 hours away. That's so traumatizing. Next, the camera cuts to a new shot. Maia is still sitting in front of the camera wearing same outfit, but she holds 2 adorable baby girls. Video ends. Maia hugs her daughters and smiles joyfully. Just beautiful. Hope you inspire other women who are feeling overwhelmed. He probably sees you and this platform is like, wow, she's so much better than I'll ever be. Doubt it. He is a dick for saying if that's true, and if it's true that that guy did that, he's a piece of shat. Lowest form of any man in the world to do that. No. If Maya's right about this guy and this is true, he's obviously got his story to tell. But if he did do that, I would never give that guy a platform. He can suck my left nut. Any guy who would ever tell a woman that, I'm leaving you and I want you to get an abortion, should be uppercutted in the face. But someone says, Taco.gif on TikTok says Maia has contradicted herself in that story. And I've actually heard that too. That she also said it's a one-night stand. Or she's not sure, right? Imagine being not sure. If the volume's low, you guys gotta turn it up because my mic's peaking right now. It's loud. Yeah, Crazy Pieces story coming tomorrow, I think. Or next day. We don't know it's true. We only know what she tells us. Not just drinking while pregnant, but she continuously drank while breastfeeding. I don't know the science of that, so I don't know. I've heard that you can. I've heard that you can't. I don't know. I don't know. The volume is lower. I can turn it up a little bit. How about that? Is that better? Money is the root to all evil. Not so clear. They'll do anything for a paycheck, yes. And it's a large paycheck, Kelsey. Maia's making hundreds of thousands of dollars. It's a lot of money. I don't like her, how she treats her kids, but has anyone considered this could be an extension of postpartum depression? If that's the case, she needs to get off TikTok and go get help. You can pump and dump and still breastfeed. Okay. And then Taylor says, no, you can't. That will go into the breast milk, and that's why women, when they drink, dump the milk. Okay. Yes, she is saving her pennies, and she's going to move into a different area of the world, I guarantee it. No, Josh, you cannot drink while breastfeeding. You are too nice to say you don't know, but I think you know. I mean, it makes sense, but I don't know. I don't breastfeed. Says Yitao says, I think it's weirder to go on live for hours to criticize a young single mother. Okay. You forgot a part there, Yitao. You forgot the part where she's exploiting her children for money. I got it. I got you, though. Cool? Gotcha. Yeah, it's not our job to diagnose mental conditions. She puts herself out there for the world to judge. We judge what they show, and shows herself drinking a lot. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mental stuff, that's something you got to be careful with. There is no safe amount of alcohol or marijuana while pregnant or breastfeeding, according to the current guidelines. Interesting. All right, guys, I don't know what to tell you. I can get a little closer. Does that help? I don't know. A little bit better there? Okay, how about that? Jeez, I hope it's not my... Hello? Jeez. Maybe my echo settings are on. Huh. Is that better? Okay, so I'm looking for that video, and let's see if I can get it in here. Here it is. Okay, let me just... Ugh. Yeah, it shows the face. Not really, though. Ugh. I can't show it. Sorry. Anyway, we have been going quite a long time, but I'm glad a couple people got some things to say. I had some good conversations in here. Again, I have not heard yet from anybody about how it's okay to exploit children. Have not heard a cohesive argument yet for the exploitation of children. So I'm going to continue to believe that it is wrong. Is that okay with everybody? People are literally admitting to smoking, drinking on your Facebook post while pregnant and preaching their wonderful mothers. Wow. Maybe don't make that public. Trash. Just trash. All right, guys. I hope you guys have an amazing evening. You know what? Go to Facebook. And I can't even make comments because I said I would kill for a cream bun. So someone wants to go there. I'm going to make some more comments tomorrow. But it's a crazy, crazy, crazy thing. So I really appreciate you guys all being here and listening. Even if some of you were fans and are fans and just still listened. I appreciate you being here. I think hopefully it can change some minds. You know, at least make you think. Open up the conversation. That's kind of my goal too. Can be part of it, I suppose. But I really appreciate you guys all being here tonight. And I will see you tomorrow.